Caitlin Clark is the draw of the WNBA. And as long as she's playing, ratings are going to be higher. When she's not playing, they're going to drop off. But if they drop off to a level that's the best in 22 years for your round of the playoffs, that's a good thing. Caitlin Clark is a phenom. That's a terrific player and was a huge benefit to women's college basketball and is going to be a huge benefit to the WNBA.
What do you think is crazier, breaking multiple WNBA records in your rookie year or being the one person who doesn't think that deserves Rookie of the Year? We're about to break down the wildest WNBA vote in recent memory, and trust me, you're gonna want to hear this. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark's rookie season. This girl was on fire. She averaged 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. That's not just good, that's insane. She was leading all rookies in pretty much every stat that matters. It's like she was playing a different game out there. So when it came time for the Rookie of the Year announcement, everyone thought it was gonna be a no-brainer. Unanimous vote, right? Well, get this, 66 out of 67 votes went to Clark.
Caitlin Clark is the draw. Caitlin Clark is the show. Caitlin Clark is the reason everyone tunes in.
One voter chose someone else. Can you believe that? It's like finding a vegetarian at a BBQ contest. Who would dare vote against Clark? And why? Stick around because this story is about to get wild. You won't want to miss what happens next. Just when you thought Caitlin Clark's dominance was the biggest story, a lone voter flipped the script. Now, everyone's asking, who had the guts to go against the grain and why? The answer might change how we view sports awards forever. Let's talk about Angel Reese, the player who got that one mysterious vote. Her stats? 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds per game. Now, those are solid numbers, but compared to Clark's 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds, it's like comparing a sparkler to a fireworks show. So when the news broke that Clark didn't get all 67 votes, fans went crazy. Social media exploded with people demanding answers. Who dared to vote against the rookie sensation? It was like trying to find a needle in a haystack, except the needle was on fire and the haystack was Twitter.
I don't think the WNBA is ready for this type of attention.
I think it is pure, unadulterated jealousy. And the last clip from Angel Reese, they're watching me too. They're watching me too. It's like she's begging us to believe in her validation.
Then things got even wilder. Tarika Foster Brasby, a reporter for the Connecticut Sun, dropped this bomb on Twitter. Just so we're clear, it wasn't me. I voted for CC, so don't blow me up or call me a hater cause it wasn't Tarika. Talk about throwing fuel on the fire. Suddenly, it was like a game of hot potato. No one wanted to be caught holding that vote. Other reporters started coming out of the woodwork, all saying, nope, not me. It was like watching a real-time mystery unfold, with everyone trying to clear their name. But here's the thing, why all the secrecy? Why is this vote anonymous in the first place? It's not like we're talking about state secrets here. We're talking about basketball. ESPN analyst Andrea Carter hit the nail on the head when she said, if you were the person who had that one vote, you should be able to stand on it and we should know who you are. Boom. She's basically saying, if you're gonna make a controversial call, at least have the guts to own it. You know what's really wild about all this? In the past, players like Ija Wilson and Aaliyah Boston won Rookie of the Year unanimously. No drama, no controversy, just a clean sweep. So for Clark to miss out on that perfect score, it's like finding a plot twist in what should have been a straightforward story. Speaking of plot twists, here's a curveball for you. What if that mysterious vote wasn't about Caitlin Clark's skills, but about making a statement? We're about to dive into the wild world of protest votes in sports. You know how sometimes people vote for weird candidates just to shake things up? Well, some folks think that's exactly what happened with Clark's Rookie of the Year award. It's like someone decided to use their vote as a megaphone, shouting, hey, look over here, something's not right. Now, let's talk about how rare this kind of thing is in the WNBA. Players like A'ja Wilson and Aaliyah Boston, they swept their Rookie of the Year votes. Every single voter was like, yep, she's the one. So for Clark to miss out on that perfect score, it's like finding a penguin in the desert. It just doesn't happen. But here's where it gets even crazier. This isn't just about a trophy anymore. It's about the whole voting system. ESPN analyst Andrea Carter dropped this truth bomb. If you were the person who had that one vote, you should be able to stand on it and we should know who you are. Boom! She's basically saying, if you're gonna make waves, at least have the guts to surf them. And you know what? She's got a point. Why all the secrecy? It's not like we're dealing with national security here. We're talking about basketball, but this anonymous voting thing, it's turning the WNBA awards into a real-life game of Clue. Who did it in the media room with the ballot? But let's take a step back for a second. Maybe this mysterious voter isn't trying to be a troublemaker. What if they're trying to be a whistleblower? Think about it. One vote might not change who gets the trophy, but it sure got everyone talking, didn't it? This whole situation is like when your favorite TV show suddenly throws in a plot twist. You're sitting there, popcorn in hand, thinking you know where the story's going, and bam, everything changes. That's what this vote did to the WNBA. It took what should have been a straightforward award ceremony and turned it into a full-blown mystery. And here's the kicker. This isn't just about Caitlin Clark anymore. It's not even just about the Rookie of the Year award. This one vote, it's got people questioning the whole system. How do we pick winners? Should these votes be secret? Is it time for a change? All these questions about the voting system got me thinking. You know how sometimes a tiny pebble can start an avalanche? Well, what if this single mysterious vote is that pebble for the WNBA? We might be watching the start of a whole new era in women's basketball. Let's talk about how this one vote is shaking things up in the WNBA. It's not just about who won Rookie of the Year anymore. This is about how the whole system works. People are asking, why are these votes secret anyway? It's like the WNBA is playing hide and seek with its voters, and fans are tired of being it. Now check this out. In the NBA, they do things differently. They're voters. They're out in the open, names and all. It's like they're saying, here's how I voted, and I'm not afraid to tell you why. Can you imagine if the WNBA did that? It'd be like turning on all the lights in a dark room. Suddenly everything's clear. But here's the thing. Some people think keeping votes secret is a good idea. They say it lets voters be honest without worrying about angry fans or players. It's like giving someone a mask at a party. They might feel free to say what they really think. On the flip side, being open about votes could make things fairer. If you know your vote is going public, you might think twice before making a wild choice. It's like posting your opinion on social media. You're probably gonna double check your facts first, right? This whole mess with Caitlin Clark's vote, it's got people talking about change. The WNBA might actually shake up how they do things because of this. It's like when your favorite restaurant changes their menu because of one customer complaint. Sometimes it takes a little drama to make things better. And get this, all those reporters rushing to say, it wasn't me, after the vote, that shows how much pressure there is to be open. It's like they're all playing a game of not it, but with their reputations on the line. You know what's really cool about all this? It's not just about basketball anymore. This is about making sure things are fair and square in sports. It's like when your teacher lets the class vote on something. You want to make sure everyone's playing by the rules, right? Alright, let's wrap this up. Caitlin Clark's incredible rookie season got everyone talking, but that one mysterious vote turned the WNBA upside down. It's like finding a plot twist in what should have been a straightforward story. But you know what's really cool? Clark's response to all this drama. She said, "I am incredibly honored to be named Rookie of the Year. I know there's a lot of room for me to continue to improve, so that's what excites me the most." Talk about class. While everyone else was losing their minds, she's just focusing on getting better. This whole situation's got me thinking, what's more important in sports? Is it about individual awards, or is it about keeping the game fair and honest? It's like we're at a crossroads, and the WNBA's gotta decide which path to take. What do you think?